eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Thanks so much to everyone tuning in from around the world. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt here with you. And also joining us once again, Brock, are those Philadelphia Eagles. Champions last year, dominating the perennial favorite Chiefs. And they're facing a new test as they look to repeat.
It's supposed to be a league of parity, Kate. And these Eagles, they just find a way to be on this stage time after time. Winning that Lombardi last February. So much of this team remains the same. The front office continues to build at the line of scrimmage now. They just got to bring out that blueprint they used last season and get the job done tonight.
With millions watching worldwide, the ball is away and the Super Bowl has begun. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. I think this is one of those moments where you just go back in that backyard as a kid, you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now. While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Philadelphia first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First down throwing from Hurts. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So that brings up second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Gain of 19 yards. And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 38. It's his running back. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. It's a sneak, Hurts. They can take him down right along the 30. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
First down. First and 10.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, they sign up for it.
This one's snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Barkley. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Let's get it out wide, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up third and goal.
This opening drive has reached the 5. Can they find 6 now on third and goal? Hurts now from the gun. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown! Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles 7, Colts nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. This makes it up to the 25. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. And they're brought up by the 6th overall pick in 2019. One of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each run of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now. I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. On the shotgun, it's Jones. That finds Pittman, complete. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Colts first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Taken in by Downs, left side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Jones gonna throw again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To throw again, it's Jones. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. To the air once more. Here's Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Again, Jones to the air. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Yards. And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Jones gonna do it himself. And he found some running room for a nice gain. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's 2nd and goal.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Taylor will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Jones running sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Colts finish off their opening drive. Daniel Jones with a touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Point after converted from Badgley. And the Colts start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch the breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for Eagles. 1st down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So we're officially through one here in the Super Bowl. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Santa Clara coming up. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at first down here. Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle room. You call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Option play, they give it to Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. He's got Devontae Smith. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
1. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. He'll try to do it himself. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
They'll go. Hurts. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a second quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Colts 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. On first down, it's Jones to throw. Taken in by Pierce. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, ball at the 36. Pistol now for Jones. Takes this underneath to Taylor. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Jones. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw by Jones. Going with the screen to Taylor. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Zach Bond with the tackle.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From midfield on second down. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Colts going to kick this away now on fourth, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's out in the clear. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Slot man in motion right. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5. Third down coming up.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The Eagles with a chance to boost their lead. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. The Colts offense set to head out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Play fake, Jones. Gets this one to Pierce. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
At the 30-yard line.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Searches from the pocket. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A 1-yard gain on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Throwing the out route complete. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To throw again, it's Jones. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Jones gonna throw again. 2 before the stop. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Again, Jones to the air. And he will score! Touchdown, Indianapolis! The Colts earn the chance to tie before halftime. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here comes the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. On the return, here's Doolin. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. At the 20, Jonathan Taylor. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage. Big time.
Badgley for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Colts break that tie.
14.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Gibson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Gets it out wide, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. First and 10 from the 41. Hurts now from the gun. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Barkley trying this up the gut. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Third down, 1 yard to go. He keeps it himself. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Go with Barkley on the counter. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Colts 45-yard line.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On the shotgun handoff. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
It's a screen to Barkley. It's inside the 10. And he's going to have him a first and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. This throw is caught. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Doolin. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line for second down. Here's Jones to throw. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on that play by an All-Pro last year, Jalen Carter.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe maybe a yard at most from the 34.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Gotta keep this one and go. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're gonna have 4th down coming up.
A tie in baseball, Kate? Well, we know it goes to the runner. A tie at the line of scrimmage on a sneak? Well, in this case, it goes to the defense.
Michael Badgley gonna try and knock this through for 3. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. That's gonna catch the crossbar and be sent backwards. No good. And instead of 3 points, quarter 3 remains tied.
That fooled me. He had it on line. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Escapes a defender. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
1st down, ball at the 36. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Jukes one defender. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Colts 21.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now a toss play, Taylor. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Here's Taylor from the pistol. Wow, he had the power power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. The Colts with the ball, hoping they can put up some points and keep their title hopes alive. And the Birds put their dime package out there. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Colts ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
1st down, a run with Barkley. Broke through the tackle, and he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Motion man right is Smith. Oh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Going again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts yet again. Looking, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Elliott connects there. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. Hurts setting up to throw. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Colts ready to take the field. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
That one nabbed by Warren. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Going with the screen to Taylor. Juke the defender. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Jones. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Jones going to throw again. Short pass brought in. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses, Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First down from the red zone. We've got a screen to the running back. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts now within one score in the fourth. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
All right, Jones and the Colts setting up to go for two.
The Colts will line up for the two-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another two off that lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do, make something happen, ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these two-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, "Not in my house."
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Takes out a one-stop. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Fires right away, but incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown, and it sets up second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Now Hurts. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
The Colts setting a man in the secondary here. Third down coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Hurts on third and 2. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the
Well, there was no
46-yard
sense in
line.
taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Escapes a defender.
The pass. Charvarius Ward on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. Here's Saquon. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Hey, I know third and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. before he advances it all the way to the 20. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the fourth. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This time it's a passing play. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Eagles leading by 8. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win. And the Eagles have flown back to that mountaintop, partner, repeating as Super Bowl champions. Well, as we all remember, last year, such a memorable game in its own right, seeing them deny Kansas City that three-peat. And now this game's going to sit right next to it in Eagles lore, repeating as champions and claiming their 3rd now Super Bowl title.
And we know how hard it is to do, right? Especially in this sport where everything is set up for you not to get back on this stage. The draft and free agency and schedule and all of it. And yet they've overcome it. They've overcome it with stability. They've overcome it with tremendous players. And in that Philly market, they know how to play some physical football.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season.